Looking for a way to help YouTubers respond to their comments with the use of AI? This would be great for these YouTubers because now they won't have to use up so much time to respond to their viewers. As impersonal as this may sound, this is important because we all know that communication with your viewers and those who leave comments on your videos is important when it comes to growing one's channel and YouTube community. We'll take a look at Comment Genie. With this free app, the user can make use of this tool within 3 days. Let's take a look at how to make such an app. The first step. The first thing that you'd need to do to build this app is to use ChatGPT to help YouTubers build the app that would help them respond to their comments with the use of AI. Make sure you direct the AI to create the code that would have a login and a dashboard that would lead the user to the most recent comments. Following this, you get the transcript of this conversation so that you can summarize it. This conversation contains details such as when and how to create the login page, front end, back end, and other parts of the app. As a result, it would help you create a roadmap file in Markdown so that you can have what you have planned with the app written down. Once you do this, you can copy this and upload it onto GPT-o1 Preview, a new reasoning model from OpenAI, and it could prove to be integral in what you are trying to do. Once the roadmap is copied onto O1 Preview, you can create 3 dashes to separate this before asking it to give you the ultimate tech stack to help you build this app. This would give you the template to build the app, Replit and Cursor. The first thing one needs to do to create this tool once they have created the required roadmap is sign up for a tool known as Replit. With Replit, you can store and edit your code in the cloud. That way, the coder can quickly test the app while making sure things are nice and quick on the app. Once this is done, the user will want to get on with the actual coding involved in creating this app. This will be done with Cursor. With this app, you can make use of what is known as Cursor Composer so that you can build the app autonomously with an AI agent. Once this process is complete, the user can go ahead to link the accounts to the Cursor account by searching SSH and then clicking on Launch Cursor. Once you follow the tutorial, you can complete this process by clicking on the link below. This will take you to your code that is waiting for you in the cloud. Once you have access to this, you can now start off on the process of creating the app you desire. This app will be available in the cloud for development purposes, and then it can be released to users who would love to have access to such an account. Once this is done, the next thing that you would need to do is to make use of the roadmap for your process. This can be done on ChatGPT. Once this is done, create a new file called roadmap.md. This would allow the user to pass into Cursor Composer so that it can get the context of the app that you are trying to build. With that in place, the best thing about the situation is that this is all that will be needed to get going with the development of the app. To make things even better, if the user hits the Command or Control-1 button, they can load up Cursor Composer. This is great because if the user has its file open, they would see that it is referencing the previously mentioned roadmap. This is also great because this is the first prompt. Implementation of the roadmap. The next thing for the coder to do is to build the app step by step using the roadmap. This is the best thing for everyone because you do not want to build a faulty app. With that in mind, the first thing the coder will need to do is to build a login page. This involves asking it to build a login page for the app by making use of a basic design and login with Google button. With the use of Cursor Composer, the user can start creating the pages for the app before adding it to your code. Once you click Accept All, you can then run the app. Pretty good work, don't you think? After some time of coding, some researchers found that they could make use of this amazing high-level developer to make a front-end, back-end, database, and every other thing that is useful to this app. The composer is even able to create the setup instructions. Just look at how it helped develop terminal windows, backends, and other parts of the app. It works so well that if you command-click on this link, it would take you straight to the basic version of the app. Just look at it. It is basic and rough as it can be. Thankfully, there are tools that can help with the styling and other responsive style web pages that could bring the app to life. That said, right now, there is a login page that could take you to a dashboard when you log in. While everything seems to be in the app, it just doesn't look as good as it should. That is why we definitely could make use of some styling. VO. Q and VO. This app is great because it helps the coder shape their ideas and products. To make this work, input a prompt asking it for a nice-looking dashboard for YouTube comments, all with their own cards. Such a prompt will help create nice components with their own cards. Such coders would find that with the right prompting, they get exactly what they were looking for. To see the work you've done on the app, all you need to do is refresh the page and see what it looks like. Pretty neat, right? Just take a look at that dashboard. Now that the app is now working, it's fair to say that it's ready to ship as an MVP. So the next thing to do is to get a logo for the app, Midjourney. Of course, you can make use of any AI image generator, but some may favor Midjourney for this task. Just take a look at how well Midjourney could work. All we needed to do was make a few prompts with Midjourney, and before long, we got the perfect logo for our app. Once you find an image that you are happy with, you can download it and insert it into the app with the use of Cursor Composer. Tips to make things even better for your app. To make the app even better, the user can make use of some of these tools and tips. For starters, you can use the YouTube Data API to do some of the calling of comments as well as the responding to comments on the app. You can even copy the URL of the documents to the API before making your way to the composer. There, you can type @docs, and then all you have to do is click docs there. That way you can add a new doc and add a new URL to the app so that Cursor is up to date when it is developing your app. Another thing that if you want to build something like a function to reply, you could use YouTube Data API. This will allow you to be more specific, sure, but it will always be up to date nonetheless. This has proved to be an amazing feature which comes with Cursor. Finally, one other thing that could make it easier for coders is to find on Composer at Codebase. This will allow it to look at the whole of the code that has been generated. This will allow it to create an easy-to-understand README file. This is key because such a file allows developers to put in the root directory of their app so that they can explain what it does. As you can imagine, this is a helpful tool for developers. That being said, this process takes about 3 days to complete. Once you log into the app, you can see how it helps with the latest comments to your videos on YouTube. Once you see these comments, all you have to do is check and see what you'd like to reply to. You can see how it can help generate appropriate replies to the scenarios. Truly amazing stuff. Hopefully it would help you guys create that amazing app.